Hi folks. Well, about a year ago, the Japanese newspaper, the Japan Times, they wrote a hit piece about me. Could you imagine? Who would want to be critical of me? I didn't mind the hit piece, but there was lies in there. Well, it seems like now a year later they have to attack another American, a distinguished American, by the name of Dr. Robert Eldridge, or Professor Robert Eldridge. Mr. Eldridge taught at a university in Osaka, and for the last 6 years he's been working with the Marine Expeditionary Force in Okinawa. Now, I know Mr. Eldridge. I met him personally. This man is an honorable man. He serves both Japan and the United States with distinction. Well, as you know, there were protests taking place in Okinawa, specifically at the Futama, I'm sure I'm messing that name up, the Futama base. Mr. Eldridge was on a TV station, a Sakura TV, and he made a comment to the effect that those engaged in these demonstrations are basically engaged in hate speech. And that's what this article, this hit piece was about in the Japan Times. Hate speech! That's what he said. Just because you disagree with the United States of America is hate speech. Wait a minute. In the United States, the definition of hate speech is basically if you disagree with a liberal. No matter what you say, if you disagree, it's hate speech. So why can't we use the same interpretation? But when Mr. Eldridge, Dr. Eldridge, Professor Eldridge used the term, it was accurate. It wasn't a loose definition as used here in the United States. I've been to Okinawa. I've met those protesters. They are engaged in hate speech. It goes on to further to criticize because some people who agree with Mr. Eldridge claim that some of these people who protest the American base there are communist inspired or communist led. And they was critical of that statement. Really? Is that what you're going to be? Once again, when I was in Okinawa, when I was in Okinawa, that's a new city in Japan. You didn't know that? Osaka? No, it's not a new city. When I was in Okinawa, I met a Japanese gentleman who went undercover and infiltrated these protest people. And he was with them for a while. He learned from them themselves that they do get money from the commies in China. What more do you need? And it stands to reason, to logic, which seems to be missing from the opposition, that is to the commies' advantage in China to have those bases removed from Okinawa. The Japan Times, it seems like they get their reporters from the West, who I guess they can't get jobs as journalists in the West because of their sloppy journalism, so the Japan Times hires them. The gentleman who wrote this hit piece on Professor Eldridge, his name is John Mitchell, and I think he comes from the United Kingdom. The two clowns who wrote the hit piece on me, one came from Australia. That was revenge because of something video I posted about 2 years earlier. And the other clown who lied to me was from the United States. I issued a rebuttal both on my hit piece, on Mr. Eldridge's hit piece, and they refused to publish it on their website, as well as I think they refused Mr. Eldridge's rebuttal also. See, that's how the liberals are. The Japan Times is a worthless news organization because they have to scrape the bottom of the barrel in the West to get their journalists to produce these hit pieces. Alright folks, and Mr. Eldridge, he's an honorable man, and once again I'm going to have to state, he's doing an outstanding job on behalf of two wonderful nations, Japan and these here United States of America. And that's why the Japan Times was critical of him basically. If you read the article, link in the description, you'll see that. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be. And God bless our good friends and trusted allies and the land of the rising sun, Nihon Koku. See ya!